right path. And I don't know, I just feel like we've given up on that completely.
I think that a lot of people are trying to deal with it. It's complex. I mean, look, if there are areas that have massive shortfalls, then that is something that is going to take time to fix. You don't train up a cop in a day and a half or anything like that. To some extent, if the cops are doing, if cops are quitting in the way that many people maybe don't remember, but during the George Floyd protest, there were cops publicly saying, we're just not going to, in New York, we're not going to do anything, we'll see what they think. If they're doing that, then sure, I guess we could comply with blackmail effectively. But in theory, if they're refusing to do their job, then again, part of the reform is weeding people of it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they should be fired. You're not. If you're doing a little quiet strike here, you're done, gone.
Yeah,
right?
And you may not be able to do that instantaneously. Again, you can't replace everyone all at the same time. But that should be a part of the process. Throwing more money at a group of people who have said that they're just not going to do the job probably isn't going to fix the problem.
Cops should have 4-year degrees. Okay, so they're, you know, a little more mature before they're deputies with guns. I mean, there's so many reforms that could be happening.
I'm not an expert on.
Yeah, there's a lot, including, by the way, how about we stop giving them military weapons? They don't need it. I mean, there's just a bunch of stuff that could happen. But again, everything, because of social media, has turned into a personal branding experiment as opposed to actually trying to find solutions to a very real, serious problem that's victimizing all sorts of people, both in the form of police brutality, which we've been talking about, and in the case of public safety and people feeling like they don't have public safety. So we need to find real solutions and honestly, at this point, ignore the two extremes on the two ends of the spectrum on this issue. We need to find real solutions, not just listen to people who are interested in personal branding on Twitter.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks. Really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.
The Washington Post published a truly bizarre piece asking whether neoliberalism can be saved by Gen Z. In fact, let me give you the headline. Can these Gen Z and millennial wonks make neoliberalism cool again? Okay, number one, cool again?
Yeah, when was it cool?
Number two, no.
Yeah. So there, we answered.
We're done. We're done.
Shortest clip ever. Okay, seriously, the media, the corporate media, loves trying to force popularity onto deeply unpopular pro-corporate positions.
Totally.
They do it in almost every article. Like in every couple of weeks or so, they'll be like, oh my God, is corporate tax cuts the new cool hip thing among young people and African Americans? Like, wait, what? What are you talking about? You just made that up. That isn't, no. And so this is another great example of it. And I'm going to tell you how absurd it is as Anna gives you the details.
Yeah, look, I'm going to start off with some speculation. And my speculation is that the writer of this piece, Graham Vise, was being trolled by the individuals that he interviewed and spoke to, right? So
no way.
Okay, so I'll give you the quotes. These just seem so outlandish to me.
No, they 100% believe it. I guarantee it.
Now, Graham Vise, again, the author of this article, explains why no one likes neoliberalism in the very first paragraph. And I think the very last sentence is the most accurate. So he writes, if you've heard the word neoliberal in American political discourse in recent years, it probably hasn't sounded like a compliment. Left-wing populists say neoliberals in the Democratic Party sold out to Wall Street.
Correct.
True. Right-wing populists say neoliberals in the conservative establishment abetted the rise of so-called woke capitalism.
What?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's as usual the right wing, they make no sense.
Stupid. Political scientists talk about neoliberalism in yet another way, as a bipartisan political consensus around free markets, which has been blamed for inequality, the escalating climate crisis, and other social ills.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, which is accurate. That is accurate. So and look, the thing with neoliberalism, like we went into the period of neoliberalism under Bill Clinton, right? And so when you think of free trade, when you think of NAFTA, when you think about us normalizing relations, our economic relationship with China, that's part of the neoliberal project, right? Outsourcing jobs to exploit cheap labor, deregulation, those kinds of things.
Austerity. So people get confused, especially the older generation, because they're like, wait, it's liberal. Liberal is protecting the workers and stuff, right? No, it's neoliberal, and it's different than progressive. Progressives and neoliberals don't agree at all. They're the opposite ends. Progressives say, hey, we should have democracy curtail corporate power on behalf of the people, right? And neoliberals say, no, give everything to the top. Give it to corporations, give it to giant governments, and then hopefully, maybe decades later, it'll trickle all over you. And then that way you'll get the rewards. But in the meanwhile, we're cutting spending, and we're gonna give tax cuts to the rich.
Yeah, and under neoliberalism, there is a role for government. It's just that government weighs in on behalf of big business to protect big business, rather than...
They really needed it, so thank God they rode to the rescue.
Now, the rest of the article is dedicated to the writer's conversations with several young members of what's referred to as the Center for New Liberalism, which has about 10,000 members across the world, which sounds about right, right?
Yeah, but guys, think about it. So I don't know what the proclivity of the writer is, because he might have written the first paragraph as, this is real, and the rest is what my editor assigned to me, okay? But clearly the editor of the Washington Post wanted to make it appear to be popular among young people when it isn't, so that none of the facts actually back up the thesis of the article, right? So what is it, 10,000 people?
10,000 people.
Okay, so if you cared about what was really hot with Gen Z or millennials, and I'm going to use us as the example just because I know the numbers, okay? We have 22 million subscribers, not 10,000.
Okay.
If we got 10,000 in a video, it would be deeply embarrassing. My point is, why is the Washington Post cherry picking a tiny, tiny little thing and pretending it's cool?
We know why.
Right?
We know why.
Oh, and it doesn't have to be us. You can pick any show. And so, but they never write about those because we don't agree with corporate rule.
So, so he talks to these young folks, right? Gen Z and millennials who are part of this organization. By the way, the Center for New Liberalism is also a creation of the Progressive Policy Institute, which is not a progressive think tank. It is actually a centrist think tank that has taken a page out of the Republican playbook of naming things in euphemisms to hide the fact that in this case, they're actually just moderates and centrists. And proponents of neoliberalism. Now, here are what the young neoliberals have to say about their policy beliefs. The cohort of neoliberals is enthusiastic about deregulation to achieve progressive goals. What? But also committed to a strong social safety net. These neoliberals are generally supportive of President Biden, even if PPI has taken issue with some of his more left-leaning policies. Okay, so let's pause for a second. No, but here's the thing. Neoliberals love austerity, and they do not believe in a robust social safety net. They don't. That is the antithesis of neoliberalism.
And what does it mean to deregulate in a progressive way, to achieve progressive goals?
Yeah.
Deregulation is not a progressive goal, so you're just making stuff up. And they're just desperate to make it seem like, oh, people really care, including, by the way, the words moderate and centrist. According to the polling, they're not moderate or centrist at all. Conservatives hate him, progressives hate him, the whole country hate him, right? The only people who call him moderate and centrist are other corporate goons in Washington, D.C., including their paid publicist, the Washington Post.
So Graham Weiss speaks to this one 24-year-old by the name of Carl Nielsen, a 24-year-old aerospace engineer who leads the D.C. chapter, told me his brother turned him on, I can't even believe this is true, turned him on to his neoliberal community a few years ago, and he was immediately smitten. I was like, dude, this is it. This is where I belong. This is where we belong. The memes were fantastic.
Please stop.
They were doing a neoliberal shill bracket which is a Twitter tournament where you vote to determine who's the chief neoliberal shill. That was really easy to get excited about, so I jumped right in.
Are these guys all Urkels? Or, I mean, now I'm thinking
No, they're trolling the guy.
There's 10% chance, 20% chance they're trolling.
They're trolling him, Jake. Who says like, oh, neoliberal shill contest, can't wait to participate?
The only reason why you and Edwin are sure that they're trolling, and I'm
Jake,
generally sure they're not.
There are no neoliberal Gen Zers.
No.
No, there aren't.
No,
there
you
aren't.
guys are wrong.
No, I'm right.
No, I know why you're wrong. Because you never lived in Washington. I lived in Washington. Washington is filled with dorks just like that. And you know who they grow up to be? Pete Buttigieg. And so I once went to Hillary Clinton headquarters. It was filled with people like that. All these, like, their parents are upper middle class to upper class, okay? And they're up and comers. They're going to Yale. They're going to Stanford, okay? And they think like, oh, the Globe meme is so cool. I got my meme game on. So yeah, they're dorks and nerds who want to work at Goldman Sachs and like being a neoliberal.
Well, Carl Nielsen, the 24-year-old aerospace engineer that we just heard about, works for Northrop Grumman, so.
Of course! He's not
Homo
trolling.
ain't trolling.
He ain't trolling, he works for a defense contractor.
It's just that, you know, look, all I ever hear from is anarchist Gen Zers.
Oh, see,
okay?
you're in your own boat.
No, but literally. Like, and so I always like think to myself, wow, Gen Z is so far to the left that it makes me feel like I'm a right winger sometimes, which I'm not, of course, but you know what I'm saying.
You know, I do. And so, but guys, these are the people who run the country. So the Gen Zers that are overwhelmingly progressive don't have any power. Zero, none, zero. The 4 guys that they found who work at defense contractors and think Pete Buttigieg is hot, they actually run the country. Because why? They're part of the corporate machines. And so corporate machines run us. And that's what the whole point of being a progressive is to fight against that. So that's why this article is unintentionally, ironically hilarious.
So as Jeremiah Johnson, policy director for the Center for New Liberalism, would later recall, many of his fellow posters wanted to joke about the sexiness of economist Paul Krugman, or how former Federal Reserve Chairman Ben Bernanke and his successor Janet Yellen were God emperors of the universe. This is the kind of stuff that they write about and joke about on Reddit and Twitter and other social media.
You know why, Anna? To us, that looks like obvious trolling, but it's not trolling because they really do want to be Ben Bernanke and Janet Yellen. That's their goal in life. And by the way, they'll get there because the corporate system will take them and promote them instantly. Like they will zoom up that ladder. In politics, if they say, oh my God, the overlords are great.
If I had children, well, I guess I wouldn't even have this problem if I had children today. But let's say I was one of the elite, right? Doing well for myself. I'm a power player in whatever industry I'm working in. I'm making good money. I would really make a point to ensure that my kids thought we were poor. I don't want them to be part of this. Right? Like, this is gross. I would feel deep, deep shame. Deep shame if my daughter talked about what a daddy Paul Krugman was. I'd be like, what's wrong with you? I disown you. I will not allow it. I do not accept it.
Okay, to give you a sense of, for the younger generation, you have to tell them who Paul Krugman is, right? So he's a guy who the Washington considers very liberal, like on the left. Oh, Krugman's very on the left. No, he protects establishment power. He loves corporate Democrats. And so one time on Twitter, when I said Nancy Pelosi takes money from the healthcare industry that she's supposed to be regulating, and that's why she is against Medicare for all, and that's what corruption looks like. The most standard thing you've ever heard if you're in the younger generation, because it's so obviously true.
Or if you're connected to reality.
Yeah, because
Skyrim is working. graphics. I was trying to see.
One more time? A light? I am using it. I love you. Thank you for reminding me to turn it on. Hair ties? I have these. You say that like you're gonna give it back to me. You're not gonna give it back to me.
I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry. You didn't do anything wrong. Completely forgot today was Friday. I thought today was Thursday. I thought tomorrow was Friday. I get so lost on time. It's not
glory for me. I break no sweat for a bottle of 3. I see myself in between two worlds. Can decide which is better or worse. I sell my soul. One more day in this harmony. I won't grow. No escape from this bigger dream. I'm in too deep, sell my soul, won't grow. Said I'm in too deep. Said I'm in too deep, sell my soul, won't grow. Sell my soul, won't grow. Said I'm in too deep, deep, deep. Said I'm in too deep. Some say life is short and you'll see what's behind you is your history. I can't think about the things I've missed. So happy living in this joyful bliss. And sell my soul. One more day in this harmony. I won't grow. No escape from this bigger dream. Sell my soul. Sell my soul. I'm in too deep. Sell my soul. Won't grow. Said I'm in too deep. Said I'm in too deep.
So it changes it. Okay, so we don't want to use it as folders. It's new to you, it's not new to me. Just dragging ass today. Just dragging ass. All right.
Yeah. All we did was do some simple stuff in level last night.
Just don't do life. I don't feel like doing any of this tonight, honestly. I don't feel like really doing much of anything tonight. My only beef is I don't. I'm just tired. Having to run through Sarthal all over again. What do we do, y'all? What do we do? What do we do, y'all? What do we do? We still haven't done Solstheim yet. Alright, let's get up out of here. Evening. Let's go do Solstheim. Not Solstheim, let's go do Sarthal. Epic sis. Whoops, you didn't see that. You didn't see anything. Aha! I'm just to eat my mic. Just go. still unstable. What the fuck?
You couldn't possibly be the Dragonborn or legend, could you?
Oh God, really? Come on.
I'm getting out of here.
Okay. I mean, I'm not mad at you for that.
Take this and hold on to it. I'll be back for it later. I'll pay you good. Don't lose it. No time to talk. Snitch or double-cross me and I'll kill you. I mean it.
I would love to see you try. Okay, there we go. Where are you at? You're over there. Got it. Okay. That wasn't him, I don't think. What's that? That's iron ore, right?
Did you see someone run past just now?
I'm a snitch on him.
Yes. How did you get? What's that?
Oh, he's not dead. Y'all can kill him. Yep. He said he's gonna kill me.
We're routed. Fall back.
Thank you.
Please, someone do something.
You already did something. Ow. My fucking hair. Thank you. Yep. Already dead. Already dead. Oh shit. There's a faction hunting party after me. Should I be afraid, y'all? Should I be afraid?
Guess it's all clear now.
quick. What? That's so weird. That was so weird. Find out I got that ancient blood in my veins. Ow. 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 I hate when it gets caught on the edge of my baby hairs. Okay. All right, ladies.
And here we all are. All right.
I'm ready. Let's go.
While we're inside, it should be safe, but it's always better to be cautious.
I've got your back.
As some of you may know, Joffrey was one of the earliest known settlers of Skyrim.
Huh? Okay, good. Just stay there, please.
This is an exciting opportunity.
This is exciting,
Well,
isn't it?
are there any questions before we begin? We're particularly
What's so important about this place?
interested in the magical seals placed on the tombs here. It's rather unlike anything we've encountered.
You know what? What are we looking for?
Anything at all, and if along the way my message about the dangers of magic.
I'm going to log off because this bit rate is kicking my ass. I need to restart the computer. I don't have no more questions. What would you like for me to do?
Yes. Well, why don't you see if you can assist Arniel Gain? He's one of our scholars, here working on cataloging our finds. I expect he'd appreciate some help in locating any additional magical artifacts here in the ruins. Any enchanted items will do. The usefulness of the enchantment is irrelevant. If you find anything, the class can look it over.
Okay.
Now let's see. What shall we have?
That sounds good. I am going to save it here and skedaddle and restart my computer. I may see you again. I may not. Who knows? You'll least expect it. I'm joking. Anyway, I'll see you later. Ta-ta for now. Where's my